This is 1995's Phobe, the Xenophobic Experiments. Rocking a spiked mullet, Dap and his team hunt a silhouetted target who is itself a predator known as a phobe. Things go badly as it takes out Dap's team. Luckily, he brought a bazooka to a laser gun fight and finishes the job. Months later, at Dap's house of many stripes, he gets a call from his commander, giving him orders to capture a phobe that recently stole a ship. Over at Gallifrey Mundora Central Command, a supervisor with a passion for cow prints lays out Dap's orders. This particular phobe gained reproductive abilities and needs to be brought back alive to be studied. Dap dons a sexy Canadian-style sleeveless flight suit and prepares to depart for the phobe's destination, which happens to be Earth. With a final quip to his commander,
"Guess I'll see you in hell,"
he blasts into space and wakes up the locals with a sonic boom. Elsewhere at a local high school, massive bangs are the order of the day for Jen. While walking home on the tracks, she finds a weird rock thing and feels like she's being watched. I just hope it's not by a train. There's a massive explosion, but luckily a hero complete with a cropped mullet and some awesome shades appears to save the day. Later, Zap leaves Jen with a car fob in case she runs across anything suspicious. That night, something wakes Jen up, and it's not just the epic collection of stuffed animals. She calls Dap in and gets an explanation of what's been following her. She reveals that she found a phobe egg and learns it can't be destroyed on planet. Because of a homing beacon attached to the egg, the phobe tracks Dap and Jen in an extended chase across the city. They take a break to slow dance at a local bar, which intrigues the phobe. Dap discovers he needs a radio to call his home planet, and by sheer luck, Jen's friend Rob may have what they need. Jen discovers Dap's card.
License to terminate? Space number 2663822. So, you're not human.
And to all this, Rob says,
"So is anybody thirsty?"
Dap explains the phobes further and shows off his neon green eyes. Their discussion is cut short by weird noises in the hallway, and Dap goes to investigate. When he returns, Rob has been severely injured and Jen has been hijacked. Dap tracks the phobe to a metal fabrication plant and finds Jen behind a pile of Phillips boxes. In what is sure to be an epic showdown, he goes full Mace Windu in a lightsaber battle with the phobe. I leave you here to check out this climactic fight for yourself and discover if Jen's amazing bangs survive. Phobe, the Xenophobic Experiments is a 1995 sci-fi action shot-on-video movie directed by Erica Benedicti. The script originally started as a 16mm horror film, but was rewritten to a more PG-friendly sci-fi action story. The shoot took a year of nights and weekends to complete, which was reflected in the production company's name of 4 seasons. Through the local community channel resources, a mostly volunteer crew, and a ton of donated assets, the actual budget for the film was $250. That budget jumps to an estimated $5,000 to $10,000 if they had rented all the equipment they needed. From donations of everything from a boom crane to special contact lenses, the credits show you how much people were willing to give to support this local film. For 20 or so years, Phobe was filler content on the Niagara Falls Community Channel, which, like anything shown consistently over the course of time, will gain something of a cult following. In 2015, it got a world premiere at Toronto's Laser Blast Film Society's WTF Festival, which was the first time it had been screened in a theater. From there, boutique label Severin released a DVD complete with a full load of extras in 2016, bringing this little movie a lot of much-deserved love. I ran across Phobe thanks to cult movie superfan and friend of the channel John Cleveland, and to say it surprised me was an understatement. This isn't your usual no-budget movie. Most of the time you get low-budget movies that have more ambition than sense, experience, or money, and end up being the unintentionally comedic pieces riffed by the likes of MST3K or Riff Tracks. But this movie, with that same level of ambition, took the story they wanted to tell in the way that they wanted to tell it, and made it happen in a competent, extremely well-done way that doesn't compromise the original vision. The camera isn't doing just basic static or handheld shots. There are crane shots that elevate and move with the actors in a way you wouldn't normally get. The climactic fight scene takes place in a legitimate metal fabrication factory where heroes and villains interact with the environment and even run a large crane. The level of pyrotechnics used across this movie's runtime are prolific and in the middle of the action. Every resource Erica Benedicti and crew had access to are well used and to their fullest degree, but nothing overstays its welcome to draw more attention than what's needed. Even the lighting is on par with productions way above this movie's budget. There's intent and motive beyond simply lighting actors and spaces. They beautifully convey the mood and danger inherent in those climactic scenes. The use of the community channel's building for scenes on Dapp's home planet, and more specifically the command center, gives me Mystery Science Theater 3000's KTMA era vibes, and it was so fun spotting all the equipment you would expect to see in a TV control room being used that way. Were there things that could have been improved? Sure. There are walking scenes that go on for way too long, and there are several points where the audio falls down terribly. But when you consider what Phobe does right, I feel like a lot of that stuff can be forgiven. Even on the acting front, despite having very inexperienced actors, the performances aren't what I would call bad. John Rubrick, who played the worn but determined Dapp, is a standout. Unfortunately, he passed in 2003 and wasn't able to see the long-term success of Phobe. If you have a love of well-done, no-budget cinema that will leave you inspired to pursue your own projects, then Phobe is a must-watch. Don't miss this incredible little gem and stay for the credits, because that level of cheek is also well worth a watch. So what do you think? Suggestions for movies? Trivial questions? Comments, ratings, and a set of banger shades of my own would be appreciated. Thank you so very much for watching.